distinguished industry professionals, pioneering exhibitors, esteemed media specialists, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure indeed to welcome you all to the launch of the second virtual Global Wood Show. My name is Isa Lois, and I'll be your host for today. The Global Wood Show has successfully led the way in the wood and woodworking machinery industry since the past 15 years and is a premier destination for wood specialists, professionals, entrepreneurs, and key leaders from across the globe. It is the region's only dedicated business-to-business meeting place for the wood accessories, and woodworking machinery industry. This unique trade show offers a platform for suppliers, manufacturers, and machinery companies to showcase their products, innovative technologies, production scenarios, and large-scale machineries. This year, they aspire to facilitate an exceptional virtual edition by providing a litany of world-class features and insights into the exclusive deals in the wood industry. The Global Wood Show promises to provide a valuable experience, ensures business continuity amid the crisis, and grants unparalleled exposure by bringing key decision makers from the industry to you. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the video wall in the control panel on the right-hand side of your screen. We will allocate 5 minutes for Q&A after the presentation. I am pleased to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Khairul Anwar, who is a graduate of Bachelor of Business Administration in International Business from Northwood University, USA, and holds an MBA in Strategic Management from University Technology, Malaysia. He started his career with Malaysian Timber Council in 2008 as the Regional Director of Dubai office and subsequently as Director of Market Promotion Division. His current role as a regional head of the Middle East, Africa, and South Africa involves exploring trade promotion potentials within the South Asia region. Having more than 15 years of experience working in multinational companies with specialized in international marketing, business development, projects, and customer service spanning over the logistic, automotive, and commodities industries. It is our honor to have him join us in this auspicious occasion of the second virtual Global Wood Show 2020, where he will, with his unparalleled knowledge, address the topic of Malaysian Timber Council, where do we go next? Without further ado, we will turn the time over to our speaker, Mr. Khairul Anwar. Please come on stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Hazel. Indeed, it's a pleasure for me to be invited and to give a short presentation on where do we go next as far as Malaysian Timber Council is concerned. I think allow me to just briefly tell about myself. Our relationship with Dubai Wood Show has been for many years. I remember we joined our first Dubai Wood Show is 2008. So from there on, we become close. And I think allow me to congratulate on this session for this virtual online show. I think it's a good effort made since we have this COVID-19 pandemic that is still ongoing. I think this kind of efforts are actually appreciated by most of our industry players. Now, next slide. Let me bring you guys to listen to about 2.5 minutes of our corporate profile video.
Timber, the versatile renewable material, continues to be an efficient and sustainable resource in the world. The pristine rainforest of Malaysia, with its wealth of resources, continues to be of great economic importance to the nation. Timber, in particular, has played a significant role in Malaysia's economic growth. Since its inception in 1992, the Malaysian Timber Council has continuously provided the leadership to drive improvement in the timber industry. Our commitment to engage, connect, and grow business in timber industries is making it one of the most resilient in Malaysia. We aspire to create more opportunities for the timber industry that expands the business possibilities to meet the global demand for Malaysian timber products. We will always strive to build an integrated, sustainable, and rewarding long-term growth for the industry. The Malaysian Timber Council has become the catalyst for connecting Malaysian timber industries and counterparts around the world to generate long-term business opportunities. This has generated growth in timber exports over the past decades. The encouraging success of our approach has led us to forge strategic partnerships globally. We have developed strong ties with major stakeholders in venturing into new frontiers to ensure the sustainability of the timber industry, championing and redefining timber use in the ever-changing business landscape. We are constantly making progress, turning challenges into opportunities, building on past achievements to make new progress, and shaping the future. We at the Malaysian Timber Council are committed to paving the way to further success in the global arena.
Okay, thank you. So basically, I just run through about the profile of our Timber Council. Basically, we are a company limited by guarantee. That means that we are, in a way, it's a non-profit organization. Yesterday, I was listening to my dear friend, Mr. Rod from AHEC. He was presenting about his paper. Basically, we are in a way, we are same with AHEC. What we do is to connect our Malaysian suppliers and the international buyers. So it is some sort of like an initiative from the timber industry. And we ourselves, as a council, we are governed by a board of trustees, which is mostly represented by product sectors. So we have the plywood association, we've got the furniture association, and several others. So how are we funded? We are funded through what we call the endowment fund. This means that when we do exports, the manufacturers and the exporters pay what we call levy fee. So with this endowment fund, basically we do on investments, and from there on, the profits are used for our operations. Now, since 1998, we were mandated to take the lead in the trade, promotion, and marketing of wooden products, while wooden furniture came along. The minister has mandated us, Timber Council, to also promote wooden furniture. Next. A little bit of a vision and mission to be the lead organization that develops the Malaysian timber industry into a world leader in the manufacture and trade of timber products. Malaysia is a well-known wooden, tropical wooden exporter of the world. And we have developed this industry since many, many years. Since the 50s, we've been exporting to many markets such as the United States, even United Kingdom. We bought a lot from the Europe sector. We also export a lot of timber products. Our mission is to ensure the sustainability of the Malaysian timber industry by improving its competitiveness, enhancing market access, as well as creating trade opportunities. So this basically means that we are connecting the suppliers as well as the international buyers. Next. Next slide, please. These are the key trusts for Malaysian Timber Council. majority of our job consists of these four main elements. We have the market intelligence, whereby we build business intelligence from the analysis and also the strategic planning. Then we also do a lot of market developments. Hence, we have regional offices all over the world. I myself was based in Dubai back then, 2008, 2016. And what we do is we engage a lot with our stakeholders. That includes the architects, consultants, and also government authorities, basically to educate about our Malaysian wooden products. We also do a lot of industry developments and empowerment. Basically, as the timber business is a very interesting industry, whereby we always, as Malaysia, as the manufacturer, we want to transform into a lot of new products development. So with that, we also have to increase the human capital empowerment. And it's a buzzword everywhere we go now. People are talking about the Industrial Revolution 4.0. So of course, Malaysia is not left out. We are embarking towards transforming the industry to join the bandwagon, to take advantage of the Industrial Revolution 4.0. And fourthly is the stakeholder engagement, whereby we have to do a lot of issue management. We do, I have to admit that we do have faced some kind of issue management problems, but from the Malaysian side, we always champion the fact that we have always been, promoting sustainable timber, which I will explain later on. Next slide. Now, these are the regional offices where we are present at the current moment. We have the Guangzhou office, which takes care of the East Asia region. We have Bengaluru office, which takes care of the South Asia region. We have Dubai office, which takes care of Middle East and Africa. We have Rotterdam's office, which takes care of the Europe region. And we also have the latest baby, which is in Houston, which takes care of the Americas. Next slide. Now, allow me to bring you, to explain to you rather, on what is happening as far as Malaysian timber is concerned on the performance by product region and also region. Next slide. Now, if you look at the slide, our total export figure for 2019 reached 22.495 billion ringgit, which is equivalent to about 5.43 billion US dollars. Which this is also the fact that our biggest product is wooden furniture, amounting to 2.21 billion dollars. Then we have plywood, 821.2 million dollars. We have sawn timber on the fourth place, 814 million dollars. Then we have fiberboard, 255.7 million dollars. And the last component is BJC, which is 250 million dollars. If you see the trends, you will notice that in wooden furniture, it is on the rising side. This is because we, as a Malaysia, we are now trying to promote more downstream products. So we are taking advantage of our regional offices. So we are trying to promote more on wooden furniture. But of course, we are also maintaining our market share in the sawn timber as well as the fiberboard products. Next slide. Next slide, please. Before that. Now, this is the previously. Okay, go next. Next. Now, this is a chart which shows the percentage of our wooden products, timber products, categorized by the product sectors. So we have the wooden furniture, the biggest chunk of our exports. Then we have the plywood sector, the second place. Sawn timber comes next. Okay, in this slide, it shows the global export ranking for Malaysian wood. So we are in our top 10 in the plywood sector. We are number 4 as the largest exporter of plywood. Then we are number 6 as far as wooden furniture. In wooden frames, we are also number 6 largest in the world. Moldings, we are number 8 largest exporter in the world. And sawn timber, we are number 10. And the rest, top 20, fiberboard, logs, BCJ, and BD. Next. Next. Okay, this is the sector where it is, we want to zoom in into the sawn timber sector, whereby in this region, Yemen is number 5th in our exports, export performance. Then comes UAE at number 6. For plywood, Yemen still is one of our highest buyer for plywood. Next. UAE again is listed as number 9 largest importer for chipboard and particle board. Next. Saudi Arabia buys is the 10th largest buyer for wooden furniture, with a market share of about 2%, consisting of about $43.3 million. Next. Now, I want to zoom into the performance for export of timber to the UAE. Next slide. So now, Malaysian total export of timber and timber products consists of 22.49 billion ringgit, which is about $5.3 billion in the total. Now, if you go zoom into West Asia alone, we have registered $377 million, which constitute about 7% of market share. Now, when we zoom in into UAE, we have exported amounting $112 million of wooden products in 2019. Next. Okay, this is the slide which shows the composition of the markets in the Middle East. As you can see the chart, UAE is still the largest buyer for us. Comes Yemen, the third place Saudi, then followed by Oman, Kuwait, Iraq, Qatar, Bahrain. Next slide. Okay, this is the 5 most imported timber products from Malaysia. So UAE buys a lot of our sawn timber. Mostly sawn timber, it is turned, our Malaysian wood that comes into UAE are mostly the Meranti as well as redwood. So this wood is turned into wooden door frames as well as window frames. And of course, Malaysian Meranti is widely used in the region as for the interior decoration. Hand railings, you've got the stairs, staircases, you have the corniche, you have the wooden flooring, so etc. etc. The second product that is brought into UAE is the wooden furniture. The third product is fiberboards. A lot of our furniture factories in UAE buys fiberboards for furniture making. And as well as plywood is on the 4th, and BJC is on the 5th. Next. Now, this is the slide where I will show you the value-added applications as far as Malaysian wood is concerned. Next. Now, Malaysia is currently on the exports of laminated scantlings. We have been doing this product for the Europe market for many years. The most suitable species that is used for laminated scantlings are actually Meranti, and we also have other species that we are now venturing into, like for example durian as well as merbau. So we are exploring this kind of products. But the success story for us, as far as laminated scantling is concerned, is our market penetration into the UK market and as well as Netherlands. These are the products that we have been exporting quite a bit. So perhaps, we are trying to venture out into the Middle East region. I'm quite sure we will get some inquiries soon. So feel free to write to us for the list of exporters. Next. Again, this is some of the pictures which shows the laminated scantling for doors. These are the applications. Next. Now, we also ventured into lots of hardwood flooring. Our major markets are not only throughout the world, I would say throughout the world. So our famous species that is used for flooring are Kempas, Merbau. So we have most of the applications being installed in resorts. You can see the beauty of it. It's either it can be stained or leave it natural. Next. Middle East has a lot of resorts. I know when I was in Dubai, I've seen with my own eyes some of the projects that have used Malaysian wood. So these are some of the samples that to show species such as balau are being used quite extensively in resorts. Next. Okay, some of the pictures taken in the resorts of Seychelles and also in Mauritius. So these are the applications using Malaysian hardwood species. So we have one here is made by Resak. Resak is on the center picture. This is made of Resak, and also tualang for the roof trusses. I had the opportunity to visit Sri Lanka, so I can see with my own eyes, and the application is very beautiful. So I guess there are a lot of opportunities for here in Middle East. I think consultants and architects can experience with this kind of wood, because if it is being treated nicely, it can be suitable even for the harshest weather. So as far as we've got the treated moisture content MC about 12%, 12 to 13%, then it is suitable for the applications in the resorts. Next. Okay, this is a picture of a wooden staircase made of wood. This is actually made from Kempas. The flooring is made of Kempas, and you can see the installation done at a resort. I believe lots of Arab. In fact, I went to some my Arab friends' houses, so they do this kind of designs. So I think it's very suitable for the Middle East region. Next. Now, Malaysia is also famous for its furniture. Here are some of the samples of our bedroom furniture sets. So, in terms of designs, we are quite innovative. We try to we have many kind of designs. Malaysia can do even traditional designs as well as the new designs, contemporary designs. So I mean, our exporters can can do designs according to the requirements made by the buyers. Next. Kitchen furnitures mostly are made from MDF and HDFs, high density flooring, so high density fiberboards. So you know, Malaysia has been exporting a lot of our furniture to markets such as Saudi. Saudi is a big buyer of our furniture products, and we would like to see other countries in Middle East, you know, especially UAE. Perhaps we can take part of your projects, especially on the kitchen furniture side. Next. Next. Living rooms and bedrooms. Next. Now, okay, this is where the title of my presentation comes in. Where do we go next? So, as far as Malaysia, our next 2 and 3 years of strategy falls more into the how can we make our product more interesting and innovative. So our R&D, among other things that we are trying to push for now, basically to get the best wooden products while maintaining its quality. So slide next. Thermal wood is one area that we are trying to push. I mean, to be honest, this technology has not been, it's been a while in Europe, we know that. But as far as Malaysia is concerned, we are trying to utilize on our own internal, our own species. So now we have we are now exporting some Meranti thermal wood. So they are now being installed in Europe markets as well as UK markets, mostly on the decking. As far as application is concerned, is decking and also cladding. Again, the strategy is to actually target most of the resorts area. Next. Okay, this Malaysia has one of the biggest palm oil plantations in the world. So, of course, after a certain period of time, palm oil will have no more value. This is when we cut the trees and we turn into oil palm trunks. So these are some of the efforts that is done by our research and research team from Malaysian. So it is called OPT. So we turn into plywood. We have been exporting, you know, many shipments throughout India, and I know for a fact that it has been tried, experienced in places like Saudi. I think it has a potential to become an alternative for the usual commercial plywood. Next. So this is a sample of the picture of the oil palm trunk plywood. Next. Okay, another area that we want to tap into in Middle East is actually the Deco panels. What I mean is that we know for a fact that the Arab culture is full of artistic decors. So, and from us, Malaysia, we have a state called Terengganu. So for many years, craftsmanship, wood craftsmen from Terengganu, from this particular state, is well known to have the highest experience in woodworking. So we are trying to tap into this market, especially in the Middle East region. Next. Some of the products that we are now developing are the wood crafts made onto a single piece of wood. So this can be, you know, you can put it as a wall panel. So it creates that very artistic artisan woodwork. Next. This is another picture which shows the applications that we can explore in Middle East. So you have the like I mentioned, the wooden panels made of wood with the artisan effects, and of course we have the engineered wood that is made into chairs. We have a tree slabs, what we call tree slabs, for the tables. Then, of course, the lots of craftsmanship for the woodworking products. Okay, I think I've covered all. In conclusion, in summary, as Malaysia is embarking on a new strategy, not only we want to maintain our presence and our market share in sawn timber, but we are also moving to the next step, whereby we will go on the downstream products. We want to go a lot on interior decor products. We want to push a lot because since we feel that we have the expertise and we have the resources, so we want to encapsulate every strength that we have. Then we want to tap into markets, not only in Middle East. We are also going ahead with Africa. We have several programs lined up for next year as far as Africa. And we will also go on the Eastern Europe countries. So these are done in simultaneously effort by all our regional offices. So as far as Middle East, you know how you can reach me. So this is my email, tyrol@mtc.com.my. You are always welcome to write us any of the inquiry, especially on the wooden products. So with that, I thank you for being a listener, and I hope I can catch up with you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation, Mr. Khairul. We do have a question from our audience.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So the first question is there any difference in terms of quality and price difference between Malaysian and European timber?
In terms of quality, I would like to stress that Malaysia is always having a good reputation. Reputation means that we have experience in terms of our R&D. So we are, I would say, my personal view, and I think many of you will agree, that Malaysia's quality is considered above average, which is good, because again, to us, Malaysia, we are ready to take any kind of requirements, because for us, for many years, we've been doing markets such as Japan market. We also have been doing markets in Europe, which has a lot of stringent processes. So as far as the quality is concerned, we Malaysia, we are ready to go into any market. So in terms of quality, do not worry, because we are very confident of our capabilities. In terms of pricing, to us, again, we are proud to, I'm proud to say that actually Malaysian products are not really expensive. It is what I call a good, which has a good premium feel, but not really expensive in terms of pricing. Because if you compare to, for example, a flooring, let's take a flooring product. I can see some of our companies have been doing, projects in places like Europe and America, we've been exporting container loads. These markets, they are very, very stringent. They are very stringent in their requirements. Before entering, they have to make sure that everything goes through a lot of process and testing. So we have acquired all these testings. So I think we are there. All right, second question.
Thank you so much for that. The second question is, how do you differentiate Malaysian wood with Indonesian wood, which is cheaper, and what is the added value?
Okay, Indonesia is our brother. In terms of the capacity, I have to admit, Indonesia has the advantage in terms of raw material. I mean, just look at the size of Indonesia compared to Malaysia. However, we also have our own strength in terms of our technology. Our manufacturing technology. I can consider we are quite up there. So, if you want to compare apple to apple, our products are quite well received in places and also projects in high value projects. In terms of pricing, we may have some slight disadvantage because of the raw material thing. But again, we pride ourselves as having quality finishes, and of course, our reputation speaks about us. In Dubai alone, I myself have gone through resorts, which I'm proud to say that they have Malaysian products in there. Right. Any more
Thank you
questions?
so much for. Yeah, there is actually one last question from the audience. Okay, this will be the third question.
Sure.
And the question is there any difference in terms of quality and price difference between Malaysian and European timber?
Oh, I think it's not really a good comparison, because if you talk about European timber, again, there are two sides. If you're talking about softwood, there is no way that we tropical timber can head on in terms of pricing. The application itself is different. So when you talk about tropical timber, you're talking about heavy hardwoods. If you're talking about softwood, you're talking about softwood. So price-wise, we're not competing in that manner. Again, in terms of applications, when we talk about hardwood, it is more on heavy-duty applications. You can see from my slides previously, we do lots of for flooring, for example, and we have for staircase and also the roof trusses. So these are the applications which is made is something that we are quite distinguished from the softwood. Now, again, I know for a fact that European has come up with their own thermo wood using softwood. I think that's a brilliant strategy. But to us, when I mentioned just now about our Meranti thermo wood, I think these are the product that can be marketed. Again, it has a different feel to it. So when you talk about Meranti thermo wood, not only it has the strength, but also it is an acquired taste. Lots of people who are really inclined towards our Malaysian species, due to its finishing, especially on the finishing. I think we have loyal customers that really wants Meranti. So, but it doesn't stop us from promoting other species. As I mentioned earlier, we are now looking for other species such as Kempas. We are now moving towards Balau. We are moving towards other species like Keruing, Kembang Semangkuk. There are so many there are so many Malaysian species out there, which I would be glad to share. And those listeners who wants to get to know more, feel free to write to us. I will personally reply to you, and I will pass you my contact details.
Thank you so much for that. There is actually one last question from the audience. Everyone, I feel like very interested with the session. So
I'm honored. I'm honored. Okay.
yeah. So let's give them this. The question is, considering current situation in Yemen, what are the main restrictions to sell there, and how have you sorted them out?
Um, I had the opportunity to travel myself to Yemen twice. So to me, Yemen is quite unique. They have peculiar requirements. We've been exporting a lot of our plywood as well as redwood. Mostly is used for roof trusses. To me, what's going on in Yemen doesn't stop us in our exporting to that region. We know they are businessmen from Yemen. Some of my friends who come over to Malaysia, they have regular shipments, and we do not face any restrictions, so to speak, in terms of any legality concerns. But in my opinion, Yemen is on Yemen is now currently in rebuilding process. So hence, we are expecting a lot more of exports towards that country. I would like to suggest, if possible, I think Yemeni buyers, my friends who are listening now, I think perhaps you can come and also experience new finished goods from us. I remembered when I was in Hudaida, when I was in Sana'a, when I was in Aden. So lots of opportunities, especially on the interior side. So I mean, who knows? Maybe we can explore something about the flooring market in Yemen. So that's what I'm trying to do. But it's just that our Yemeni friends, they have been so how can I say this? They have been so relaxed by buying all this redwood only. So I think it's about time to create a new market, especially on the flooring market. And again, the woodworks, the wood crafts, the one that I mentioned just now, those are the items that can be exported in Yemen, in my opinion.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Cairo. And I guess we have covered all of our questions for now. So before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to say?
To me, I think because of this COVID-19, we understand the pressures that is ongoing, not only from Middle East, but of course the other regions as well. For us, Malaysia, we're quite fortunate because during these times, 2020, our active product that goes to be exported is actually furniture. This is due to the requirements or the demands made by the US because of the trade war between them and China. So in a way, it is actually a blessing in disguise for us Malaysian. So furniture exporters is now currently smiling. The furniture sector, the furniture manufacturers is actually smiling. What we see for 2021. Definitely 2021 will be a boost year for us. I think regional markets such as Dubai, we've got Saudi, and we have Qatar and the rest of the Gulf. I'm very sure they will pick up in 2021. And other markets, Europe markets, is now having difficulties because of the COVID for this year. However, we are now exploring more on Eastern Europe. So we see that there is a demand will be picked up in 2021. Japan is another big market for us. We'll be continue to export our plywood and of course other wooden products. So I think I want to say personally, I lauded your effort, organizer Dubai Wood Show. I think this online platform is good to be an alternative to the normal physical exhibition. So, but nevertheless, I look forward for our own participation in Dubai Wood Show in March 2021. Thank you. That's all.
Once again, thank you so much for your informative presentation, Mr. Garirul. So for any questions or inquiries addressed to Malaysian Timber Council, please visit their booth at Global Wood Show virtual platform. Thanks again for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the same time, 11 a.m. for our third session entitled Learn About the Best Woodworking Machines from Italco, Middle East. The same program is updated on the homepage of Wood Show Global Virtual Platform at www.events10x.com/event/woodshow-global. Any general inquiries, please visit the lobby area and click the reception representative or email us with your feedback on info@woodshowglobal.com. Once again, thank you for your participation and wish you all safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Global Wood Show 2020, the 7th to the 9th of September. The Global Wood Show is the leading destination for wood specialists, professionals, entrepreneurs and key leaders. Over the last 15 years, our shows have been running successfully across Dubai, Cairo and Gabon, covering the Middle East and Africa regions. Our goal to support the wood industry has only gotten stronger in such unprecedented times. We assist in moving the woodworking industry to the next stage of growth by our determination to organize a virtual exhibition that supports business continuity during and post-COVID-19. This year, the Global Wood Show 2020 will host their first ever digital edition through their virtual venue, Events 10X. Exhibitors will showcase their products, innovative technologies, production scenarios and large-scale machineries. You will be able to promote your brand with international networking, reduced participation cost, increased return of investment, premium virtual platform accessible from the comfort of your home. Reactivate your business and attain lucrative opportunities, unparalleled exposure with no travel hassle, direct chatting opportunities between exhibitors and visitors, insights shared by elite trade professionals in the wood industry. Who will you meet? Furniture factories, doors and windows factories, consultants, interior designers, architects, distributors and more. Who will partake in exhibiting? Wood sector and forestry sector, woodworking machinery, furniture accessories and component sector. Global Wood Show 2020, the 7th to the 9th of September. Witness this groundbreaking experience virtually through the platform of Events 10X. We are thrilled to welcome you.